Hey y'all, this is Monarch Mama, and I've got another weekly update for you for our homeschool. And I guess I'll start with science. We have been going over the muscular unit in the Apologia Anatomy, and so I have some clips for you that I will put at the end of the experiments that we did for the muscular unit. There are a couple of clips in there of some experiments that we had left over from for the bone unit that we had done, the skeletal unit that we had done before, the week prior. So one of those was where you take a chicken bone and you put it in vinegar and you leave it for 3 days, and then the acid from the vinegar takes all of the calcium and stuff out of the bones, and so at the end of the 3 days you take the bone out, and it's kind of a rubbery substance and it's kind of gross. But anyway, that's one of the other clips that you'll see, is us taking the bone out of the vinegar and bending it and feeling of what it feels like without all of that stuff that's inside of it that the acid has eaten away. And one of the other interesting experiments that we did, I thought, with the skeletal unit was you were supposed to measure from fingertip to fingertip, and it should be about your height, about the same as your height in inches. So that's one of the things that we did. We got the kids to stand up and hold their hands out and measured from tip to tip of their fingertips, and then measure their height and see if it was the same. So for my kids, Max was the same from fingertip to fingertip and in height, and he is about 5'9". And so his was equal. But then when it was time for when it was time for Nellie to get up and do the fingertip to fingertip experiment, we measured her, and she was exactly 60 inches from fingertip to fingertip. And then when we measured her height, she was actually 2 inches taller than she was her wingspan. So I thought that was interesting. So then when my son got home from college, when Jack got home from college, we measured him just out of curiosity to see if he was, equal or if it was different. So we measured him fingertip to fingertip, and he was 69 inches that way. So we thought, oh, well, he's the same height as his younger brother Max. And so when we went to measure his height, he was actually shorter than his wingspan. So that was interesting that all three of them were different. And then we didn't measure Jenny because she didn't get home until late, and we just didn't think about it. But I may go back and measure Jenny and see if Jenny's a little bit different as well. So, and then a couple of the other experiments that you'll see is we did the muscle experiments today. So you'll see them using their fingers to, they were to pinch a clothespin several times for several minutes and wear out those muscles, and then try to write something and see if we use the same muscles in our hands as for pinching as we do for writing. So you'll see a clip of that, and then there's also another clip of a sock with Play-Doh, and the sock is to represent the smooth muscles, and then the Play-Doh going through the smooth muscle is like food that you digest, going through your digestive system. So that's one of the other clips that I'll put at the end. So that was kind of what we did for science this week. Math and everything else is going fine. One other event that we had this week was my daughter Jenny, the one that's going to the community college. She actually went with her father to the major university that she is planning to attend. So she went on a college visit this weekend, and she just absolutely loved it. She had a great time, and she got her acceptance, so it's a done deal. She's gonna go to this major university in January. So we have a lot of shopping to do and a lot to get ready for her to go so quickly, but that's okay. She's ready, and I feel very confident that she's going to be successful. So that's one other thing that happened this week. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you about is our music co-op we've been going to. We are in our 5th week. I believe we finished our 5th week at Co-op, and so their instruments are going along quite smoothly, and they're enjoying their music classes. And while they are in their classes, I teach a different class. So I only have one of my children in all of my classes, all that I teach all day long. So when we first get there, I teach elementary choir, and I have about 9 students, and they're in about 2nd and 3rd grade. And then after that class, I go to the recorder class, which is like a wind instrument for little elementary age. And I help with the recorder class. I don't actually teach that, but I'm a co-teacher. And then after that class, I teach a Theory 4 class. So I have about 12 students in that class that I teach music theory to. And then our 4th class is our wind instrument class. So we have about 9 students in there. We have 5 flutes, a saxophone, a clarinet, and an oboe that me and another lady co-teach that class. And that's just like a sectional class that we go over the music that they're learning in the orchestra, and we kind of assist them getting through the piece and helping learn more about what they're doing, help to perfect a little bit more one-on-one teaching. And then the other thing we do in that class is if the students want to work on a solo, then they can work on it individually in that class period, and we're there to help them with any assistance they might need, like rhythm practice or helping to find the right fingering for a certain note or something like that. So, and then we have lunch, and after that it is time for drama, and all of the kids go to drama, and I go to the nursery, and I get to rock babies for a couple hours. So that's kind of nice. But it's a long day, and if you haven't seen my video about going with us to music co-op, then I'll link that down below so that you can get a small glimpse of what we do on Fridays when we go to music co-op. So, alright, and that is everything that I have to tell you about this week. Everything seems to be going pretty smoothly, and I hope that things are going well for you in your endeavors, whatever you're doing in homeschool this week. So y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time. Bye.